Welcome to Agents of Nothing, an episode-by-episode recap and analysis from the perspectives of a veteran and a new recruit. And now, a quick word from our sponsors. Good morning, Agents of Nothing, and welcome to our Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. podcast. We are your commanding officers. I'm Mariah.
And I'm Caroline.
And today we're going to be talking about Season 3, Episode 17, The Team.
Yeah. So, Mariah, how was your week?
It was all right, except for the fact that I still haven't seen Barbie. Things just keep coming up. Life keeps happening.
Life keeps happening. Well, that's okay.
But thankfully, I haven't had, I had a moment in time where, that was the plan. I was going to see Barbie that day. And thankfully, we didn't know what showing we were going to yet. So, yeah. We didn't buy any tickets. So.
That's good.
I haven't lost any money off of not seeing Barbie yet.
Good. Well, let me know when you have.
I will.
My week was really good. I did see Barbie. And then, literally, I was in the theater, and I was going to turn my phone off, and then I saw that I had a message from somebody who, comes to my open mic, and he was inviting me to play at this songwriter showcase at a bar that he works at, and for, later that week. So I was like, man, I'm glad I checked my phone. So I got invited to play at a songwriter showcase. And a bunch of my friends and coworkers were able to come see me and support me. So it was really fun.
That's so nice.
Yeah. So.
All right. Well.
Do
you want to get started?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So this episode was written by DJ Doyle! And directed by Elodie Keene. This is actually Elodie Keene's first episode on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the first one that she ever directed. Why did I say it like that? I'm going to cut that out.
Okay. Welcome to the fray, Elodie Keene, I guess.
Yeah. All right, so who do we meet in this episode?
Nobody. Nada. No one. Right?
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Yeah.
Okay. I think we have a lag here, so
right.
I will try to be aware of it.
Okay.
Let's get into it. So, Lincoln and Daisy and their nameless, faceless pilots are rushing to pick up Joey and Elena from Columbia and then get back to find Coulson and the rest of the team at the Hydra base. Joey has to interrupt his date, which was going very well.
Yeah.
And Elena has to postpone a seemingly very important reunion that she's practicing her English for. So cute.
I loved Joey on a date with a guy with a nice car.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So cute.
I hope he gets a call back.
Me too. You know what? If
he was just playing hard to get.
Yeah. If Natalie Portman's character can get a call back, then he can get a call back. So anyway, so they pick him up, and then Daisy and Lincoln brief Joey and Elena on the current mission that they have absolutely no information on. And then end by telling them that they will not be landing the plane, they'll just be parachuting in. And then Daisy gives the Coulson level pep talk, and they head out.
I just was thinking, because Joey was saying something when they were loading on the parachutes, Joey was saying, I hope I don't get nervous and melt these off.
Oh my God.
And I was thinking, imagine Joey got so nervous that he just, melted the whole fucking plane.
Oh my God. Truly. It's so funny because, Remember when Daisy, like, first was getting control of her powers and she was like, I could literally crash this whole plane right now. And Joey could melt the whole thing.
Yeah.
Man. So Coulson and co. have barricaded themselves in a closet of the plane while the Hydra agents are literally trying to knock down the door, with Lucio, aka Medusa Eyes, leading the fray. Simmons is attempting to treat May, who is gravely injured and bleeding very badly. Mac is trying to hold the door while Fitz starts looking for some weapon or gadget or something to get them out of there. And luckily, Daisy and co. have just arrived and blown through the wall of whatever this building is that the plane is inside of. I don't really know where they are in the building. But they're there. They arrived.
Yeah.
Elena and Joey take the elevator together and then bet on how many Hydra agents will be in the hallway when the doors open. That was really cute.
I loved that.
And Elena also gives Joey shit for literally inviting his date up to his place and then immediately bailing.
He just got cold feet. That's all. That's the story.
But actually, though, like, imagine being the date and being like, yeah, I'll come up to your place. And then they're like, actually, I gotta go. Bye.
Yeah. Actually, you can't because I'm not even going up to my place. So,
actually, if you want to go, that's fine, but you'll be by yourself. Anyway, and then the elevator doors open. Joey melts all the bullets heading their way, and then Elena subdues all 6 of the agents in a heartbeat. Fucking damn, they're a good team.
For real.
And also, I almost didn't even notice that they were speaking Spanish with each other because I was just, like, paying attention to the subtitles anyway. But
yeah.
I love that for them. It was so cute.
Yeah, Yo-Yo and Joey speaking Spanish to each other makes me so happy. Like, that the attention to detail is there.
Yeah.
Like, of course they would speak Spanish to each other. But most TV shows would make them speak English for the sake of the audience.
Exactly. Yeah. They were like, we heard you about those goofs earlier.
Truly.
So Daisy finds the Zephyr, and then Lincoln fights his way down a hallway until he crashes into the very room that Malik is hiding in. Ooh.
Ooh.
Between Fitz and Mac, they connect a hose from the container of apparently chlorine gas to underneath the door, and then just fucking gas all the Hydra agents on the other side. Great move. So then Daisy and the Secret Warriors, that was their name, right? Secret Warriors?
Yeah.
Okay. They make it to the Zephyr with Malik in tow, but Lincoln gets hit by Medusa Eyes, but then Joey kills him, I think. Not sure. He looks very confused that he killed him almost. And I wrote, what did he think would happen when he stabbed a guy in the chest with a metal pipe? I had more empathy later on in the episode, but
yeah.
But yeah, it was an interesting reaction.
Yeah, I think he just, like, he did it without thinking, and then he just, like, wasn't expecting it to, like, I think he set out to injure and not kill, but
for sure.
It didn't work out that way.
Poor Joey. Elena surprises Coulson and co. by knocking on their closet door right after Coulson was like, shoot whoever comes through that door. And then she's like, hello? Hello? Max slowly opens the door and is greeted by Elena's smiling face, and then she says the English phrase that she was practicing. She goes, it's good to see you again. You look well. Ah, so cute!
She was practicing what she was gonna say to Mac.
I love them so much.
Me too. I'm paying much more attention to this ship this time around than I did the first time.
Good. It's a good one. I like it
I
so far.
remember the never mind. I was going to spoil something, but then I caught myself.
Oh.
So.
Okay, thank you.
Continue on as you were.
We'll talk about it later. Tell me about it when it comes up.
Okay.
So Daisy asks, who can fly this thing? And May starts to get up. Simmons tries to stop her, saying, May, you can't even walk. And May goes, I can still fly. So dramatic, but so badass. I love it so much. Guerra and Hive watch as the plane takes off and flies away. Guerra apologizes for losing them and, quote, achieving nothing. But Hive says they did achieve one thing. They have someone on the inside now. But I'm not sure that Malik is on their side anymore. Little did I know.
Yeah. I remembered vague points of this plot, but I didn't remember it, like, all the way. I knew that someone was infected. I just couldn't remember who. And so at this point, I just went, oh no!
Oh, man. Guerra being like, we lost them. We achieved nothing. Was such a weird line. I don't know. It was... I was like, he's not a human anymore. And then also, like,
how does Hive... Because, like, it's the hive mind, right? And so they all... Like, when he takes over Daisy, she, like, gets all of the... She, like, downloads all of the information, like, rapidly. But somehow Guerra is still in the dark about some things. And I'm like...
Maybe it still just depends on their intelligence level.
Maybe.
Who knows? Plot. That's why.
Plot.
Anyway, so back with S.H.I.E.L.D., the Inhuman team celebrates a job well done in the locker room. Okay, Lincoln being fucking shirtless when no one else is. Unnecessary, but much appreciated. Thank you. Lincoln thanks Joey for having his back when Lucio took him down. Joey says it's fine, but he's still a little reserved about it. Is this his first kill? Apparently so. Joey asks if Daisy thinks Malik will actually give them anything useful, and she says that Coulson has him in questioning right now, but Joey will likely get cleared to go home before they actually get anything. Though if he does talk, S.H.I.E.L.D. may need them again for the next mission. Daisy says this as though it's a very exciting prospect to go on another mission together, but Joey's reaction is a little underwhelming.
Yeah.
Coulson begins questioning Malik, and his first question is, what the fuck is inside Grant Ward? Malik starts talking about his daughter, though. About the first day that he told her about Hydra and taught her his family's religion. How he was wrong to teach her about this thing as though it's their god. Coulson misunderstands at first and starts to implore Malik to help S.H.I.E.L.D. If he ever wants to see Stephanie again. But Malik finally tells him that Hive killed Stephanie. He says that this thing is a god, but it's not their god, and it doesn't care about any of them.
Powers Booth giving the performance of a lifetime here.
Absolutely. It was interesting because, like, the way that he cries is so, like, grandpa coded.
Yeah.
because it's like his face stays so stoic, but he just like the only part that he can't control is like his breathing. It gets like he gets choked up, but he tries to like hide it on his face. I don't know. I recognized that cry because I've seen like my grandfather do that, and it was familiar.
Yeah. I get you. I understand what you're saying. I don't know why I said it like that.
Wait, I literally everything that you say, it sounds like
Oh no.
God damn it.
Well, I was saying that I understand what you're saying, but I said it in a really weird way.
Okay, well. I mean, that's pretty much just how we talk to each other at this point. We just say things in weird ways. Thank you for understanding. So Daisy finds Lincoln putting their artifacts away, and she's a little pissed because he took that Terrigen crystal to James's place without telling her about it. She agrees that it was a good idea, but she doesn't appreciate him trying to take advantage of their relationship and undermining her. He promises to tell her next time he has a brilliant idea, and he also gives her the heads up to check on Joey because he seems pretty rattled after killing Lucia. And now that I know that wasn't really her, I hate that scene. Damn. So Mac gives Elena the tour of the S.H.I.E.L.D. facility, and he's been practicing his Spanish too.
He's been practicing his Spanish.
So cute.
I am gonna cry. Stop it
I love
right
this
now.
episode. I love that, like, I love that this director has never directed Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. before, but, like, did her homework. Because so good. The like relationship moments are so good.
Truly.
Max says that it's a new S.H.I.E.L.D. requirement, but I think he had another reason for learning. He makes sure to show her the weapon area to make the point that S.H.I.E.L.D.'s intent is not to kill if they don't have to. So he shows her how many non-lethal gadgets and weapons that they have to work with. And then, you know, the few lethal ones that they have just in case. But Elena says that she trusts Mac. My heart. She has so many trust issues, and I'm so glad she finally trusts someone.
I know. And then it's ruined by the end of the episode.
It's immediately ruined. Anyway. Fitz and Simmons notice that Lucio only seems to be dead-ish. That's terrifying. His body temp is still 98 degrees, even though was it the same day, or was it the day before that he died? Either way, temperature should have definitely dropped.
I believe it was the same day. Yeah.
And Simmons says that he still has some sort of metabolic activity, which I guess is because he's part of Hive. So as long as Hive is alive, Lucio will be partially alive, I guess. That's horrifying. Yeah. And they rush him over to quarantine him without telling anybody, apparently. But interesting.
Yeah. I didn't understand why it was kept a secret.
Yeah. I feel like that's... Yeah, that would have been something... I would have told somebody. And even if I didn't tell somebody, I wouldn't have been like, that's so suspicious that you rushed him over to quarantine. I don't know. Because it didn't really involve anybody else.
Yeah.
Anyway. So Coulson and Malik continue talking about what hive is. And apparently, his name, Alveus, is Latin for hive, so that seems fitting. Although, I'm not sure where they got that, though, because I Googled it, and everything that I saw said that Alveus is Latin for either a cavity, or the channel or bed of a river. So, I don't know where they got hive.
Both names just sounded cool. Let me look up what's the actual Latin for hive. Alvarium.
Alvarium. Okay, close.
Yeah.
I guess it means a lot of different things.
Maybe the root of it is, Latin for hive.
Sure. We'll go with their definition, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Malik tells Coulson that hive infects other Inhumans and then is able to control them. So Coulson should be distrustful of any and all Inhumans who have potentially been in contact with them. Coulson walks out of his interrogation and sees Joey and then Daisy and Lincoln and Elena all just like hanging out, interacting with their fellow agents. He calls Mac over and tells him to quietly shut down the base immediately. Oh, fuck. At first I thought that Malik was like messing with him or something, and I was like, fuck, he got to him. Hated it.
Yeah, I was already feeling anxious yesterday when I watched this, and this episode made it worse because I did not remember who it was.
God damn it. So Coulson pulls Mac, Fitz, and Simmons to discuss their options. So far, they don't have any way to test their Inhuman agents to see if Hive turned them, and they can't exactly just ask them and then trust the answer. So Fitzsimmons bring up Lucio's abnormalities and say that they can continue studying him to see what kind of test and hopefully cure they can come up with. But just as they are all agreeing not to let any of the Inhumans know about this, Daisy bursts into the office, of course, Miss Never Knocks, to ask why the base got locked down. Coulson covers fairly well and then agrees to check on Joey when Daisy sees the photo of Lucio on the screen and mentions that he's a little rattled. Okay, now, looking back, though, of course she would have been suspicious. She would have been, like, trying to make sure that they didn't know it was her.
Yeah.
Damn. But also, that's so Daisy. To just be like, what are y'all doing?
Yeah. No one blinked an eye.
Elena is upset that she's being forced to hang around the base with nothing to do and isn't allowed to go home yet. Daisy tells her what she heard from Coulson, that they just have to wait for him to crack Malik and then they can go home. And Lincoln asks if she's gotten to talk to Joey yet, but she says that she can't find him. And that's weird. That's suspicious. Lincoln starts to give May her pain meds, but she refuses because they put her to sleep. Daisy talks to her instead and raises her concerns that she feels like Coulson is making her lie to her team. May praises her for leading well and says that if Coulson is withholding information, it's probably for the right reason. I feel like they did such a good job of making each one of these characters suspicious.
Yeah.
except for Daisy. And that should have been the most suspicious thing.
Yeah. Truly.
God. Coulson finally gets through to Malik. He tries to relate to Malik growing up religious by saying, "We were C&E Catholics, if that helps." And that unlocked quite a few memories for me. For anyone listening who doesn't know, that stands for Christmas and Easter Catholics. And it's like the second worst thing that you can be, according to like the old ladies who still wear hats to church and stuff. So,
yeah.
That was so funny that he said, we were C&E Catholics.
I wonder what kind of Catholic they were. Was it Roman Catholic? Irish Catholic? I'd love to know.
Yeah, for sure. C&E Catholics, so
yeah,
they'd just find whatever church is nearby on Christmas and Easter. So Malik talks about feeling responsible for unleashing this devil on Earth, which he is. He should feel responsible for that.
Yep, it's your fault, dude.
You absolutely did this. You've been working towards it your entire life. It is your fault. Coulson says that hunting down and killing Ward was, quote, the sin that brought the devil back to life. Oh my God, what a line. But so he shares some of that blame as well. Malik laughs a little that he never thought his last rodeo would be with S.H.I.E.L.D., but he finally agrees to work together and tell Coulson everything that he wants to know.
I loved the quote, "I've met gods. Gods bleed."
Yeah.
So
good.
Such a good line.
This episode was just chock full of great lines.
Truly. It's a DJ Doyle
everybody.
Episode.
DJ Doyle! Hell yeah.
At it again.
Mac is keeping watch on all the Inhumans on the security cameras. He sees Joey telling Lincoln, "You can't ask me to do something like that again." Don't know what that was about. I still don't know what that was about.
Truly.
Daisy is shooting at the gun range, which is very like her, but also...
Yeah, and she also looks directly into the security camera.
Yeah, I noticed that too. That felt... Yeah. And Elena is yo-yoing around a little suspiciously, because she's gathering weapons.
I still don't know what she slipped into her pocket.
I thought it looked like a gun to me, but I could be wrong. Anyway, so May comes in and tells Mac that the Inhumans are aware that something weird is going on, and she wants to know too. But Mac doesn't really know what's going on either, so relatable. Fitzsimmons cut open Lucio's fucking skull to check his brain. Hated that.
Yeah. That was a lot.
But as Simmons is working, Fitz kind of like asks her to go to a movie with him. I hope they go see Barbie.
Yeah.
Very cute. But he's also bummed that they seem to always be in a situation where they're afraid that their friends are going to kill them. And honestly, the PTSD from that alone is just astronomical. I can't even imagine.
Truly.
But Simmons stays positive. She knows that everything that they have to do, they do in order to help the people that they care about. And so she's willing to do whatever's necessary. She finally gets the top of Lucio's skull off and takes a look at his gray, oozing brain. What the fuck?
That was a lot. It was a lot.
Yeah, it was. I was... Of all the things I was expecting from this episode, that was not it.
Yeah.
First, like, peeling his skin off.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I had to look away.
And it's so, like,
Hold
the
on
shot
just
was
a
so
second.
fast, too. I was like,
put the air conditioner back on.
Okay.
I don't care about the audio at this point. I'm, like, smothering.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, so Coulson joins May and Mac to find out about Lucio. I love that they call them Fitzsimmons in the show. Like, in canon, they are Fitzsimmons.
Yeah.
My favorite thing.
Real cute.
Mac tells Coulson that while Malik was right about Hive infecting Inhumans, it doesn't seem to cause permanent damage. So that's great. But there's no test or cure just yet. Mac also tells Coulson that watching them on the cameras isn't working because everyone looks suspicious if you stare at them long enough, which is very true. May tells Coulson that Daisy feels like he's lying to her. And as they're trying to figure out what the next move should be, the power goes out all over the base. Fuck. God damn it.
Fuck.
Mac runs straight to the weapons room to grab an icer and sees that one of those lethal bombs that he showed to Elena is missing. Oh no! Fitzsimmons noticed that Malik's interrogation room door is ajar, and they open it just in time for that bomb to go off. Blows them back into the wall, but it was interesting that Malik seemed to be already dead before it went off. That's weird.
Very interesting.
That's suspicious.
Covering up the cause of death.
Yep. So Coulson finds them and helps Simmons up, but not Fitz. That made me laugh.
Fellas, is it gay to help your agent back up after a bomb went off?
He literally, like, basically picks up Simmons and then is, like, helping her walk. And then is like, Fitz, are you okay? He tells them to get themselves somewhere safe to tend their wounds and then lay low. But as he's saying this, they start to walk past Lincoln, who sees them injured and asks if he can help. Simmons tries to shrug him off, but then Fitz just, like, shoves past him to get Simmons away from him. Very cool and calm and collected. I love that.
Not suspicious at all.
Lincoln turns to Coulson for answers as Daisy shows up as well. And then Elena comes up to ask what's going on as well. And then Elena comes up to ask what's going on too, as Mac, May, and other armed guards arrive. All in this one little hallway. I don't know why they're all showing up in this one hallway at the same time. But so the Inhumans keep asking for answers, and Coulson keeps trying to evade answering them. He says that they found Hive. He says that they found out that Hive can sway other Inhumans or mind control them, and tries again to ask them all to go to the common area so that he can explain everything. Tensions are rising, voices are rising, everything's just getting bad. So then Elena takes May's gun, and the three of them all just, like, are pulled into the next room, and Joey's there. So he melts the doorknobs to barricade them in. this is my favorite part of TV is when all the people that like you haven't been able to find for a while just show up in the same room at the
in the same
time.
area.
As S.H.I.E.L.D. begins searching all of the Inhumans' rooms and lockers, the Inhumans themselves start questioning each other. They all have reason to be suspicious of each other, and very good reason. But ultimately, they decide to take Coulson's secret elevator to escape and avoid any more paranoia or unnecessary violence at the hand of S.H.I.E.L.D. agents. But the passageway did not lead to an exit. It led to an isolation pod with Coulson waiting for them. After checking their lockers, they finally figured out who was infected. Lincoln. Maybe.
Dun, dun,
But
dun.
it wasn't from the mission the day before. He's been turned since they were at Transia and they first got a glimpse of Ward/Hive. So Lincoln was trying to get his hands on the sphere that they got from James. And he's pissed that he's apparently been made and starts fighting back until Daisy finally quakes him into the wall, knocking him out. Oh my god! This... Man, they framed him so well.
Truly. They really did.
I was fully convinced. I was like, there's no way that it's not him. It couldn't be anybody else.
Yeah.
I am still confused as to how... Was Daisy leading them to Coulson on purpose, or did Coulson put a fucking containment pod in this exit thing?
I think Daisy led them there on purpose. I don't know how she found out, when she was told, but yeah.
I was a little confused about that, but still. Whoa.
Regardless.
So the four of them are quarantined alone, and Coulson gives Daisy the Full House moral of the story speech about, like, being a leader. He says it's uncertain times and enemies like these that makes him understand why some people pray. He says that Daisy didn't do anything wrong or fail her team, but unfortunately they do have to be disbanded and quarantined for a while so that Hive can't use any of them. And Daisy promises that next time they'll be stronger.
Poor Daisy. She's been through so much. This was like her one thing, and then it all went to shit.
It all went to shit. I did think that, even in the moment, I thought that the, like, next time we'll be stronger line was weird. And I mean, now I know why, but, like, it was weird. Not weird enough for me to be, like, suspicious of her, but I was like, who wrote that?
You're like, that's a weird thing to say.
But now I get it. It was on purpose. Fitzsimmons are in their room going over all the different tests that they've run, and none of them are helpful so far. Simmons says that she hopes that one day they'll find something out there in space that's magnificent. And then, oh my god! Very magnificent things happened. It was such a good kiss. Oh my god. Like,
it was.
It was so good. So good. Like, and on it, like, oh my god. I still can't even speak. I literally wrote it down and I can't get the words out. But, like, it was so, like, well written and well shot and, like, real and
well
natural
directed,
and intimate and sweet and, like, and funny. I loved it so much. And when Fitz is like, who needs space? I've got something magnificent right here. A picture of space. Ah! I loved it so much. I loved it.
I have butterflies. I'm giggling and kicking my feet.
Literally.
I love Fitzsimmons.
I was literally watching this at 5 a.m. and like I was fucking squealing at 5 a.m. Amazing. So good. I could have watched that like 10 more times.
Truly.
Okay, now we can move on. Daisy surprises Lincoln by showing up in his quarantine pod. I did not think that was possible. She tells him that she can get them out of there and they can be together and forget S.H.I.E.L.D.
Which is very
Lincoln
unlike
is like
Daisy.
floored by this. Yeah, very unlike her. Lincoln's like, how did you even get in here? And she's like, I'm the one who programmed the security features. Great.
Awesome.
God damn it.
Love that.
Daisy was the one Hive infected, not Lincoln. And also, Daisy is literally like the best hacker in the fucking world. So
She's so powerful. She's so smart. She is a formidable enemy. And I'm a little scared
Absolutely.
going forward.
Yeah. If Daisy's not on your side, you should be fucking terrified of her. Everyone should be.
Everyone.
And then we also see how Daisy killed Malik by breaking all of his bones from the inside. Gross.
That was brutal. It was brutal.
Also, it was interesting because, like, the last time she did that, she did it to herself. Do you remember?
Yeah.
When she was still, like, trying to control it, and she ended up breaking all of her own bones. And then, and now she can do it to someone else. That's...
Whew.
That's terrifying.
It is. So, the explosive that Daisy used to detonate Malik is actually just an emergency light by the company powerflare.com.
I love that. It's so pretty.
It is. It's probably a very good emergency light.
I bet. Lincoln tries to get through the infection, the sickness, whatever you want to call it, but Daisy is unreachable. She's not there at the moment.
I'm sorry. The old Daisy can't come to the phone right
now. So she leaves him and takes the sphere and a bunch of crystals and then fucking starts an earthquake, destroying the whole base as she walks out. Talk about proving how formidable of a foe she can be. Wow.
For real.
Wow. Whew. So now it's time for the post-content content. Gira tells Hive that he's worried about Malik talking and even funding S.H.I.E.L.D., but Hive is unconcerned about Malik and his money. They're only worried about finding Sky. Who could that be? I don't know anyone by that name. I certainly never, ever have to correct myself.
So Hive calls Daisy Sky because that is the only name that Grant Ward ever knew her by.
And I'm glad that he didn't know her by her chosen name. Because
real.
fuck him. But Gira says that Malik does have about $900 million that they can move around, though, so that's interesting.
I loved, oh my god, when Hive was like, let's spend it. I was like, ooh, shopping spree!
Shopping spree!
It's a shopping montage.
I love it. I love it.
I'm imagining Grant Ward as Brett Dalton as Hive in that like Matrix fucking suit with a bunch of shopping bags on his shoulder and the RuPaul song, you better work Cover girl, work, give a twirl.
Wait, and then he pulls up to Kiera and Lucio and he's like, get in, bitch, we're going shopping. And then he just does the hive mind control thing. He means get in his brain.
Oh, that was a knee slapper.
God, that's so stupid. Anyway.
Overall thoughts?
I had a few. So, first of all, the idea of Ward's sick thoughts and memories leading them to Daisy is pissing me off just to think about. Also, I love that Lincoln's name was cleared because I did not want to have to hate him. And also, fucking top tier A1 Fitzsimmons moment. Every Kiss Begins with Fitzsimmons. I want to watch that over and over and over again. How about you?
You should have been there during the Tumblr days, man. You should have been there. I'm glad that we're doing it now and doing the podcast, but oh my god, the amount of gift sets that I just I watch over and over.
I can only
over
imagine.
And over and over.
I'm gonna just go back through your Tumblr.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Did you have a?
Why do I
have,
keep doing
tag?
that? Do you hear me every time I go? Yeah. I might have had a tag. I don't remember.
It's my favorite sound that you make.
Thank you.
I know you had a tag for me.
Yeah.
Aw. Tumblr days.
Tumblr days. Anyway, that concludes our episode on good. Season 3, Episode 17, The Team. It was so good.
Incredible.
Next week, we'll be covering Season 3, Episode 18, The Singularity. So stay tuned for that.
Ooh. Okay, bye.
Bye. Love you.